Best phones under 20,000. This video has something for everyone. A camera phone under 20,000, a gaming phone under 20,000, the best all-rounder phone under 20,000, a clean software experience phone under 20,000, and even a phone with instant battery life under 20,000. This is going to be the best video, so don't skip it. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for best tech recommendations. Also tell me in the comments what video should I make next. Number 1. The Poco X7 Pro. The Poco X7 Pro comes with a 6.67-inch AMOLED display with a sharp 1.5K resolution. It gets up to 3000 nits peak brightness, protected by Gorilla Glass 7i, and supports HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision. The display also runs at 120Hz with 480Hz touch sampling rate, making it smooth and responsive. It runs on new MediaTek Dimensity 8400 Ultra built on a 4nm process. You can get it with up to 12GB RAM and 512GB UFS 4.0 storage. In real life use, the performance is excellent. Games like COD Mobile and Genshin Impact run smoothly on high settings. BGMI stays locked at 60 FPS, while the global version of PUBG even goes up to 120 FPS. Heating is well under control, except for longer Genshin sessions at 60 FPS. Overall, this is one of the best performing gaming phones under 20,000. For cameras, you get a 50 megapixel Sony sensor with OIS and an 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera. The main sensor delivers sharp and vibrant images in the daylight with decent dynamic range. Low-light shots are usable, but without a telephoto lens, flexibility is limited. The ultra-wide camera is average. Details are not the best, though the colors hold up fine. On the front, there is a 20 megapixel selfie camera. In good day lighting, selfies come out bright and sharp, which are ready for social media. For video, the main camera can record up to 4K at 60 FPS, while the ultra-wide and selfie cameras are limited to 1080p at 30 FPS. Battery life is handled by a 6550 mAh with 90 watt fast charging. It takes about 50 minutes for a full charge, which is impressive. The phone is also tough, carrying IP66, IP68 and IP69 ratings for dust and water resistance. It runs on Xiaomi's HyperOS based on Android 15, and Poco promises 3 years of OS updates along with 4 years of security patches. Number 2. iQOO Z10. The iQOO Z10 comes with a 6.77-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display that supports 120Hz refresh rate. The panel can hit 5000 nits peak brightness, making it one of the brightest screens in this 20,000 price range. It runs on Snapdragon 7S Gen 3, paired with up to 12GB LPDDR4X RAM and 256GB UFS 2.2 storage. You also get an additional 12GB virtual RAM expansion. Performance in day-to-day use is smooth and gaming holds up really well. BGMI runs at 60 FPS for long sessions without heating up too much, although there is no vapor cooling chamber here. You can comfortably play popular titles like COD, BGMI and Genshin Impact, but don't expect sustained top performance on maximum graphics. For cameras, you get a 50 megapixel Sony main sensor with OIS, a 2 megapixel depth sensor and a 32 megapixel front camera. Daylight shots from the main sensor are sharp and vibrant, while the low light shots are decent, but they come with some noise when zoomed in. Night mode helps with bringing back the details, though the focus sometimes struggles in weak dark conditions. The 32 megapixel selfie camera is good in daylight, delivering detailed and clear photos along with the decent portraits. In low light, it performs just okay. For the video, the phone records 4K at 30 FPS on both front and rear cameras, with OIS doing a solid job at stabilization. However, there is no HDR video recording or portrait video mode. The iQOO Z10 comes with 7300 mAh battery with 90 watt fast charging. It takes 53 minutes to charge from 0 to 100%, and it even offers 7.5 watt reverse wired charging. On the software side, the phone runs FunTouch OS 15 based on Android 15. iQOO promises 2 years of OS updates and 3 years of security patches. Number 3. Honor 200. If you want a camera-focused phone under 20,000, the Honor 200 is a no-brainer. It features a 6.7-inch 1.5K AMOLED quad-curved display with 120Hz refresh rate and a peak brightness of 4000 nits. It runs on Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 chipset, paired with up to 12GB LPDDR4X RAM and 512GB UFS 2.2 storage. Day-to-day performance is smooth with no noticeable lags or throttling even under heavy use. For gaming, Call of Duty Mobile runs smoothly at very high graphics with no frame drop. Coming to the cameras, the Honor 200 is a beast. It has a 50 megapixel Sony main sensor with OIS and a 50 megapixel portrait telephoto sensor. On the front, you get a 50 megapixel selfie camera. Daylight shots comes out crisp with good details, good dynamic range and vibrant colors, but sometimes slightly oversaturated at times. The 2.5x portrait lens is excellent for natural skin tones and background blur. Low light performance is impressive with rich details in both shadows and highlights. The ultra wide is decent but not as good as the main sensor sensor at the night time. Portrait photography is where the Honor 200 truly shines. The selfie camera also produces sharp and detailed results, but night mode takes a few seconds to process. Video recording goes up to 4K 30 FPS on both front and rear cameras. The phone runs on Magic OS 8.0 based on Android 14 with the promise of 3 years of OS updates and 4 years of security updates. The battery life is solid with 5200 mAh with 100-watt fast charging, and it takes around 45 minutes to charge from 0 to 100%. Sadly, there is no charger in the box. Number 4. Vivo T4R. It comes with a 6.77-inch quad-curved AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and 1800 nits peak brightness. HDR10 Plus is supported, making videos look vivid, colorful and sharp. It runs on MediaTek Dimensity 7400 chipset. Everyday performance is smooth and you can play heavy games like COD Mobile, BGMI and Genshin Impact. BGMI runs at 60 FPS and even HDR Extreme mode works fine. Don't expect sustained peak performance in high graphics, but for the price, the gaming experience is good. On the camera front, the Vivo T4 has a 50MP Sony sensor with OIS, a 2MP depth sensor and a 32MP front camera. The daylight shots comes out bright and detailed, though the detail sometimes gets blown out. Portraits have good edge detection and skin tones. Low light photos are decent, but zooming in reveals some noise. Front 32MP camera works well in the daylight with a decent portraits, though in the low light it struggles. Videos from the front and rear cameras supports 4K video recording at 30 FPS. The phone also has IP68 and IP69 water and dust resistance and supports underwater photography, which is rare in this 20,000 price segment. Battery life is strong with 5700 mAh supported by 44-watt flash charger. A full charge takes about 90 minutes. The phone runs on Android 15 with FunTouch OS 15, and Vivo promises 2 years of OS updates and 3 years of security patches. Number 5. Motorola Edge 60 Fusion. It features a 6.67-inch POLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, HDR10+, 10-bit color and a peak brightness of 4500 nits. Protection is handled by the Gorilla Glass Victus 7i, making the screen both bright and durable. The phone is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 7400 chipset with up to 12GB LPDDR4X RAM and 256GB UFS 2.2 storage. Day-to-day tasks are smooth, but gaming isn't its strength. BGMI is capped at 60 FPS. Genshin Impact runs at 30 FPS on all settings. On ultra graphics in some titles, the phone manages around 60 FPS but can't push to 90 or 120 FPS. For audio, the Edge 60 Fusion packs dual stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos. They are loud enough, but stereo separation isn't great, and at higher volumes, you will notice some distortion. Cameras include a 50MP main sensor with OIS, a 13MP ultra-wide and a 32MP selfie camera. The primary camera delivers sharp photos with good details and accurate colors. The ultra-wide lens is decent but suffers from the over sharpening, but the HDR works really well. The selfie camera gives crisp daylight photos with good solid edge detection, though the low light selfie shows some noise and reduced detail. Portrait shots are impressive with natural colors and depth, but the edge detection isn't perfect every time. In low light, the main sensor holds up really well with balanced colors and dynamic range. Both the front and rear cameras supports 4K at 30 FPS with improved stabilization over the previous generations. The phone also comes with IP68 and IP69 water and dust resistance and a 5500 mAh battery with 68-watt fast charging. Charging speeds are fast. The phone gets uncomfortably hot while plugged in. It runs on Android 15 and Hello UI, and Motorola promises 3 years of OS updates and 4 years of security patches. So these are the best phones under 20,000. If you want the best gaming phone under 20,000, go for Poco X7 Pro. If you want the best battery plus performance under 20,000, then iQOO Z10. If you want the best camera phone under 20,000, the Honor 200 is the best choice. If you want the best all-rounder under 20,000, Vivo T4R is a good choice. If you want the best clean software experience under 20,000, the Motorola Edge 60 Fusion is a good choice. If you have liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.